There comes a time in every angler's life where he or she starts to think as much about comfort as about catching fish. There comes a time when you start to really want a lounge like this and a sunshade like this. There comes a time when you want a head in the console with a nice large entry that's actually easy to get in and out of. A time when you want a comfortable leaning post to kick back on and a comfortable seat you can sit in when you're running the boat. You even start thinking about ways to keep your family and friends comfortable with things like this aft bench seat. But at the same time, you still want to be able to open up the cockpit and fish, right? Which is why you can just fold it away. Here's another example to be found right at the helm. Whaler designed in plenty of room for electronics. You can have 2 MFDs, your engine monitors, and of course you have lighted rocker switches right across the top. Fortunately, when it comes to the design elements that are not changeable, Whaler did do their homework. They did make sure that fishability remains a priority. For example, this console pass-through, there's plenty of room here. I can still work a rod 360 degrees around the boat. It took us less than a minute and a half to turn that bow luxury zone back into fishing territory. Here's one final example of what I'm talking about. This lounger, which appears to be purely for luxury, when you pop it open, you'll find that Whaler has extended this space into the console so you can actually fit rods inside. Hold on a minute now, folks. Just because you start thinking about comfort does not mean you stop thinking about adrenaline. And with 600 horses on the back of this boat, you will get a taste of adrenaline. At top end, we hit 53.4 miles an hour. Cruising along at 4,000 RPM, we were running in the low to mid 30s and getting right around 1 mile to the gallon. Of course, comfort also comes from knowing that a boat is built tough and can blast through the waves without bashing you around. Boston Whaler's glass foam glass sandwich construction makes for a rock-solid ride. You can see other hallmarks of quality construction all over this boat. One of my favorites, remember when we pulled this bench seat open earlier? Check out the hinges on this puppy. That is a serious piece of metal. This fish box hatch gives you great insight into how this boat is built. First off, notice that it opens on a gas assist strut, so I don't have to fight that hatch. It stays open once it's open. It has a gasket all the way around that rests flush against a raised lip, so any water running down through here runs aft and into the scuppers. The hardware is countersunk, so it's smooth. You'll never catch your finger on there and hurt yourself. And the latch is dogged down, so the whole hatch goes down and stays down. And what's even better is this hatch, notice how it's finished on both sides. That's because this is made in a 2-piece mold. And just look at this hardtop. I can jump up and down, I can stomp. Nobody was ever meant to stand up here and jump up and down, but you don't see it flexing or moving, do you?
Lenny, why don't you come on down? You're not even supposed to be up there.
Well, all right. But first you got to tell me what's the deal. Why is this sucker so sturdy?
We're able to load this tool, and it's called finite element analysis. We're able to see all the stresses prior to ever building the top and engineer those out.
Well, maybe I didn't belong up there, but it taught me something about this boat. And you know, climbing down just taught me something too. This back of this leaning post is also quite solid.
Yes, very sturdy, Lenny. So similar to how we mount our cleats and fiberglass up on top of deck, we've got this phenolic material that holds up to 700 pounds tensile strength, quarter 20 fastener, all around the perimeter of this part, giving you a total clamping load of around a ton.
Whew. The bottom line, this boat probably won't be the first choice for you young guns. But if you're like me, you got a few years on your back and you're ready for a little bit of comfort in your fishing boat, well then it might just be time to check out a 280 Outrage.